took the AVE high-speed train from Madrid to Seville. We purchased our tickets online ahead of time for $57 per person and was able to select our seats. We departed from Madrid's main train station, Puerta de Atocha, and arrived in Seville's Santa Justa station. If you plan on sleeping or don't want to be around a lot of noise, you can always select the silent car option, which is what we did. The train is clean, comfortable, and provided enough space for me to store my backpack, my check-in bag, and a medium checked luggage. I didn't mind the 2.5-hour ride because it gave me time to read on my travel guide and catch up on some much needed sleep. And once you arrive at the Santa Justa station in Seville, you can easily get into the taxi line to get a taxi to get to your final destination. Here is what our Airbnb looks like from the outside. We are number 13 on Teodosio, Calle Teodosio. If you look through here, we are at that brown door right straight down. My family and I stayed in an Airbnb in the San Vicente neighborhood. It was a 15-minute taxi ride from the Santa Justa train station and within 10 to 20-minute walk from most attractions in Seville. This is a perfectly located space. Bonus points because this was on the first floor of the building and it was nicely furnished. If you're coming to Seville and you're staying with your family or a group of 5 people, I definitely recommend this Airbnb. It has 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, a full kitchen, a couch that you can turn into a sofa bed, and a very spacious yard that we had all to ourselves. After settling in, we walked around our neighborhood to explore our surroundings and stumbled upon Bar La Gallega. It was so freaking hot, we just needed a place to rest our feet and get some drinks. And to eat, we ordered the seafood paella, the black rice, salmorejo, some octopus, fried sardines, and fried calamari. For all of those tapas and for drinks for everybody, our total came to be $35, which I am still shooketh at how inexpensive food is in Spain. After dinner and on our way back to our Airbnb, we passed by the Setas of Seville and made a pit stop to watch the nightly light show, which is free unless you want to get tickets to go up to the top and watch it there as well too. If you're craving something sweet, then stop by La Abuela ice cream shop. We ordered a scoop of the watermelon and apple ice cream to share because, you know, Asian style, and the ice cream was so good. We started off our second day with coffee and breakfast at Confiteria La Campana in the city center. We passed by the night before and this precious little shop caught our eye. We ordered our café con leche at the counter along with some sweet and savory pastries to share. After breakfast, we made our way to Plaza de Espana. Okay, I don't know how the lighting is. Everything is just so blinding. It's too hot and everybody's kind of just hiding under here. There's a little flamenco show, but that's Plaza, so cool. Don't these columns remind you of that brand of tequila that they sell back in the US? I'll insert a picture somewhere here for you guys. We headed over to Parque de Maria Luisa next, which is literally a hop and a skip away from Plaza de Espana. We spent the next hour just exploring and resting. It's a public park, so if you need to use a restroom, you can find it here. You just need a place to rest your feet, look at the beautiful greenery around you, then this is definitely the spot. With an hour left to closing, we made our way back to the city center to visit the Seville Cathedral. I had technical difficulties trying to purchase the tickets on my phone, so we had to get them in person. Luckily, it was so late in the day that there was no line and getting in was a breeze. Tickets to enter the cathedral and walk up the Giralda Tower was 12 euros per person. When possible though, do try to buy tickets ahead of time because often it'll be slightly cheaper. Okay, so I'm taking a break from going up the tower because I was just told that there's 34 floors and we're on 20 something. Ooh, we made it to the 35th floor. It's a nice breeze. Let's look at the view. Here is the view of the city from the 35th floor. So we lucked out. Google said that the cathedral closes at 5 today, so we were literally rushing through. But it actually closes at 6:30, so we have time to enjoy the orange trees. They don't have any oranges on them, but still pretty. What got me through the heat and the 34 floors up the Giralda Tower was the thought of eating Taco Bell after. I was feeling adventurous and ordered some Spanish-only menu items. So we went to Aldi's to get some, staples for the Airbnb, and we got this entire liter. Looks like, 1 liter of orange juice for, I don't know, like less than €4, which is amazing because it's fresh. Tell me why in America this would cost you an arm and a leg and your firstborn. Buenos dias, everyone. We're back in action, baby. I have my gimbal with me again. So today we are taking the train, and I'm speaking very quietly because it's also very early in the morning. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? We are taking the train to Granada, and we have tickets to go see Alhambra, so we'll see you there. So we made it to Granada, and we are waiting for our taxi to take us to Alhambra. Unlike the taxi line in Seville, where it's literally taxi after taxi after taxi, this one has, oh look, another one's coming right now. So we could talk about the train ride here. It took about 2.5 hours. The first leg was 2 hours long, and it's actually not so bad if you just sleep through it. We were 20 minutes late to arrive to the first stop. We have 5 more minutes to catch the second leg, which is just another hour. So not bad if you take an early train, because you bring a neck pillow or something, because it's not the best. Your neck's always just when you're trying to sleep. But otherwise, it's a good ride, and we're here. We have tickets. It's 12 o'clock now, and our tickets are at 12:30. I believe it's a 15-minute drive there. We had some issues this morning trying to get a car using Cabify. They couldn't find a driver at 7:45 in the morning, so we ended up getting a taxi. We were trying to find a taxi in our little area that we were at, but we weren't successful. So pro tip, go to an area, go to the city center if you're in Seville, because there's like areas where taxis wait. So luckily there were 2 taxis there, and we got those. The complete visit ticket, which included entry into the Alhambra and general life, of $14 per person. The official website doesn't offer guided tours, but I would recommend renting an audio guide. They don't have a lot of information out for you to read, so I really wish we had someone there to walk us through the history of this place. This place is so packed, so please purchase your tickets ahead of time and arrive on time. Also, make sure you bring your ID or passport because they do check. And if you're hot, hungry, and tired like us, then you're in luck because there are several restaurant options right as you exit the Alhambra. We ordered a couple things to hold us over until we got back into Seville. So we got the tortilla a la mimbre, some calamaritos fritos, and of course, tinto de verano. After we got back into Seville and fighting with everyone on what we wanted to eat for dinner, we decided on biryani house for Indian food.
We got some rose lassi, some mango lassi, and a cerveza. We got some garlic naan con queso, chicken curry, chicken tikka masala, chicken biryani, and like a mixed plate with, oh my god, so many things.
Oh my god, the food here was so good and so affordable. So if you're in Seville, do yourself a favor, and check out restaurant Biryani House if you want something a little different than all the tapas.
We made it to Cordoba. It was like a 40 minute train ride from Seville. We have a tour booked at 11 o'clock. In my opinion, the ride was a little too short because I couldn't really sleep because I'm so tired. But here we are in Cordoba.
The city center is just a 20-minute walk from the train station, so again, if you don't have walkophobia, it's actually quite an enjoyable walk. Using Airbnb experiences, we booked a tour of Cordoba that walked us through the Mosque Cathedral, the synagogue, and the Jewish quarter. It was $30 per person, and this includes admission to the Mosque Cathedral.
We have our headphones, our other machine thing, and we're just gonna wait here and get the tour started.
Elena was our English-speaking tour guide, and she was amazing. She was funny, charming, and shared pieces of information that we would have not learned about otherwise. Pro tip, one huge takeaway from my trip to Spain is that when possible, spend the extra couple dollars and book a guided tour. It just hits different when you have someone explaining something to you versus reading the information off of a plaque. We started our tour in the Jewish quarter, stopped by the synagogue, and ended at the Mosque Cathedral. The entire tour was 2.5 hours long, leaving you with plenty of time to explore the rest of the city. After the tour, we went back to the Jewish quarter to look for a place to eat and escape the midday heat. Story of our lives. There are plenty of good options, most cater to tourists and serving traditional Spanish and Cordoban specialties. We picked Taberna Dianes simply because it had indoor dining and air conditioning. Elena, our tour guide, mentioned something that we had to eat while we were in Cordoba, so we took advantage of the menu de la casa to sample it all. For the first course, we all got the Cordoban salmorejo, and for the second course, we ordered the flamenquins, which was what Elena recommended to us. It's basically a pork loin that is stuffed with ham or different ingredients, and it's deep fried. My parents got assorted fried fish for their second course, and all of us decided on the pastel cordobés for dessert, which is a traditional cake made of squash, I believe, and it has cinnamon and sugar on top. Early in the day during our tour, we passed by this super cute popsicle shop, and I knew that I had to go back and check it out.
I got the fresa con leche condensada, which is strawberry with condensed milk.
We also got the mojito de maracuya, which is the passion fruit mojito flavor, sandia, which is watermelon, limon, which is lemon, and coco con leche condensada. This place had such delicious ice creams. I highly recommend it if you're going to be in Cordoba.
We just got back from our day trip to Cordoba, and it's our last night here in Seville, and I really want to eat pizza, so we're going to go eat pizza.
So we actually found this pizza spot, Piazza di Pezzi, the other night when we were on our way to Biryani House, and they have limited amount of tables for outside seating, but if you go inside and downstairs, there's plenty of seating available. We started off with some garlic knots that were warm and soft on the inside, and we got 2 pizzas, a pepperoni and a cuatro estaciones, which has bacon, mushrooms, green peppers, and black olives, and carbonara pasta. I would pass on the pasta because it was very underwhelming, but the pizza was 10 out of 10. And if you are getting tired of Spanish food, like how I was when I was in Spain, then check out Piazza de Pezzi.
So today's our last day in Seville. Last minute changes to our flight, which was supposed to be leaving Seville at 2 p.m. to go to Barcelona, and instead the flight has been rescheduled to 11 p.m. So we just checked out of our Airbnb, and we found a place that can actually store our luggage for, not sure how much it is. When Jose gets back, I'll ask him. But they're able to store our luggage until 9 p.m., which is when they close, which is pretty cool. That way we don't have to drag around our giant luggage all day, and we can actually, enjoy the city. Right now we are at Creme de la Creme. Sorry, it's called La Creme de la Creme, which is right by the Setas. We're gonna have some breakfast, and then we're gonna go to the Setas and get a ticket so they can go all the way up on top. So we got a crepe with miel, platano, y nueces, so honey and bananas and nuts. And for Jose, we got a croissant with York y queso.
This is such a great little spot to get breakfast or lunch. They have so many French options, pastries, sandwiches, crepes, and all reasonably priced, actually very well priced. Customer service is great, and it's just across from the Zetas as well. So if you're coming to Seville, please visit La Creme de la Creme.
We made our way up to the Setas de Seville, also known as the Mushrooms. It cost €5 just to go up, which is like the most basic regular degler schmegler ticket that you can get. If you pay €10, there's like a whole immersive experience that you can experience, but I think the regular ticket is enough for us. You can see the Cathedral de Seville over there, the tower, 35 floors up. Never forget that day. Never forget that walk.
After our visit to the Setas de Seville, we walked about 15 minutes to the Macarena neighborhood to visit the Basilica de la Macarena.
We just left the Basilica de Macarena, and you can't film inside, so here, I'll show you what's inside there. It also says no photos, but there's a ton of people taking photos, so yeah. There she is with her diamond tears in all her glory.
Located just 5 minutes away from the Basilica and inside the Mercado de Feria is Jaleo.
We ordered 2 tinto de verano, queso, andaluces, salmorejo.
We really enjoyed our midday snack here, and if you're looking for like a full meal or paella and other Spanish tapas option, this is a great place to stop. It's in a cute little kiosk in the market, so there's definitely other things you can check out in there too.
So we're here at Kim's Bop to get my Asian food fix, and usually I don't eat Korean food that much, but it kind of has like the things that I like the most, which is kimbap and chap chai. So that's what we ordered. Another day, another tinto de verano. We just finished our snack at Kim's Bop, which was very good. My cravings were satisfied. So I've been super dehydrated on this trip because 1, I've been drinking too much alcohol, 2, it's too hot, and 3, I just can't find good tasting water. But today I got this bottle from Spar, which is also mineral water, and it tastes delicious. Delicious.
And if you're thirsty or hungry, there's a great little cafe in the gardens, which has a full bar and plenty of food options.
We're taking a little break at the cafeteria to get 2 tinto de veranos and a calipo.
We spent about an hour and a half at the Royal Alcazar, only because it's our second visit and the heat was just getting unbearable. But this is definitely a place that you can spend a couple of hours at because there's so much to explore.
So this is the place that we went to store our luggage. It's Naturanda. It's like a tourist office. They have 2 locations. We decided to use this one because it closes later. It closes at 9, and I think it was $15 to store 2 luggages and 2 other bags. Not bad. Okay, I'm trying to find the most Seville background from the airport, and the best I can find are these orange blossoms back right over here. Anyway, thank you for watching this vlog on my trip to Seville. If you have any questions about getting here, what to do, etc., make sure you leave it down in the comments below. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this, and I will see you guys in my next video. Adios, hasta pronto, hasta luego, ciao.